Hello, world. It's John Pinto, your roving realtor, bon vivant, video blogger, podcaster. And today we are here with our favorite PhD nutritionist, PhD, Matt Tryon. How are you today, Matt?
I am excited. I'm happy to be here.
And why are you excited? What gets you this excited?
Well, I just love this blogging and vlogging that we're doing, and we're going to talk about glucose monitors.
I got one of those too.
I know. We're going to put them on today.
We're going to put them on today. Oh my God. Can I entertain you? Probably broke people's speaker trying to sing. So let me tell you a little anecdote. I've been, my blood glucose, A1C, I guess, A1C, has been hovering around 5.7, which is good, to 6.4, which is getting precariously close to pre-diabetic or in pre-diabetic. Is that correct?
Yes.
And my doctor and I have been arm wrestling over metformin. And I really don't want to go on any of the diabetic medication. I've been trying to do it by cutting out carbohydrates. I don't do much sugar, but especially considering your suggestion to me to get the Oura ring. I'm not giving you the finger. I'm giving you 5 fingers. 5 fingers.
That's how they do it in Brooklyn.
Yeah. That's another gesture, but we'll save that for another video. So I'm very impressed with the Oura ring. For instance, yesterday, I had a very busy day, but I carved out some time at 4:30 to hit my local cigar bar and catch the Warrior game. And I asked the cigar staffer to get me a Lancero and a single malt scotch from Isla, and he got me some Ardbeg 10. I wanted a water chaser. The Ardbeg 10 came, the cigar came, the water chaser did not come. I did a redux in the second half, so I smoked a cigar and had a single malt scotch in the first half. And then in the second half, I usually don't drink at all during the day, but I did wind up drinking. Last night, I had very unrestful sleep. I was tossing, turning, my feet were bothering me, and my readiness score on my Oura ring showed me that my sleep and my readiness was not what it had been, which had always been high numbers. So now, all of a sudden, I have self-awareness and consciousness that if I have a single malt scotch or two without a water back, I could be in trouble. Commentary, please?
Well, it'd be interesting to know what it would look like if you had the water back. So if there's a difference in this. The other thing that is interesting is the timing of alcohol or food consumption. There's an entire field called chronobiology, and a subcategory of that called chrononutrition, where we study the specific time that foods are consumed and how the body reacts based on the circadian rhythms. We have a central clock that's in the hypothalamus that controls a lot of the major circadian rhythms. But there's also in the peripheral tissues like the liver or the muscle, a peripheral clock also that is better at certain times of day of absorbing glucose or taking care of fat metabolism and that kind of thing also. So having a consciousness of like what you're eating, but also when you're eating it, where you're eating it, how you're eating it, plays an impact on how you're responding to.
And as you mentioned the other day, which was very enlightening and encouraging, is maybe I should have just had one single malt scotch and not 2.
Let's run the data on that and see.
That's right. So anyway, the point is wearable tech, and how wearable tech helps me, helps you, helps our viewers intervene real time, on demand, with their own numbers so they can see how their behaviors are affecting their health. So that said, I am very excited that we are, wait a minute, that's the back, this is the front. Freestyle Libre 2.
That's right.
So tell us what this is.
So this is a continuous glucose monitor made by Abbott. It's the Freestyle Libre 2. Dexcom also makes one like this, but this is a fairly common one. And what's nice about this is that it connects to an app that you can find on the Apple Store, Apple App Store, and Google Play also. And what you can do, and we're going to do this today. I'll show you how this gets done. This is good for 2 weeks, so 14 days. It's timed. You can also go online and look at your data. They give you little graphs of it, and you can also download your data if you want, put in a picture, and look at how things are transpiring. They also do that on the app, and since today we won't really have much data, but next week or the week after we can look at how our glucose levels are shifting over time. It's a good way of actually looking at these circadian rhythms that I was mentioning previously, using this and it's not really invasive at all.
Well, on YouTube, unboxing is always a very big deal.
Yes.
Now, this looks like a very modest unboxing, but shall we commence with the unboxing?
Let's do it. I'm just going to rip the tag off.
Rip the tag off. Open here. Abra aquí. Look, I can speak Spanish.
Abra aquí.
¿Cómo está usted?
So inside the box, you have a couple of things. This is the applicator itself. Right here, and then this is the continuous glucose monitor that comes in like a little cup.
There are instructions. Do I really need to read those?
No, we don't really need those right now.
That's right. You know, these instructions are never made for senior citizens, by the way.
Or men in general.
Right.
Well, really read the
men don't read instructions anyway.
I can figure it out. No problem.
Is this a coffee creamer? Is this a big coffee creamer?
It is. You should dump it in your scotch and see what happens.
Okay, so without further ado,
so what we're going to do first.
We're holding two things.
Right. So we're going to open up this first.
Okay.
It's this little cup thing right there.
Okay.
And inside there is like a little, looks like this. It's like a little, that's where the sensor is.
Okay. Oh, so that is in place of diabetics pricking their fingers every morning?
Right, exactly.
So that is, quote unquote, non-invasive, but gets enough traction where it can do measurements, huh?
Right. So what this is like, it's a little, it's not, I won't even say it's a pin because you'll find this out. You can't even feel it. It goes in, you can't even feel it. It's like a little sensor. Mm-hmm. We can call it a sensor that goes into like your interstitial fluid. The interstitial fluid is like inside the cell. So it takes a little bit longer. This is different than blood because typically if you're taking a prick from your finger, it's collecting the glucose from the blood sample that you're putting into it. The interstitial fluid is inside the cell. That's different because it takes time for the cell or the glucose to get from there into the cell. So there's a delay in that reading. So when you eat something with the glucose monitor, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to actually start registering. So there's a bit of a delay when it's reading it.
So so let me ask you if it makes any sense. I'm debating over whether or not I should eat this thing for lunch. Should I take my reading just before I eat, wait 15 minutes, and then take it again and see what kind of effect that item had on my A1C?
That's the protocol that I would apply. Look at your blood glucose, take a reading, and we'll show you how to do that. Just before you eat, immediately after you eat, and then 15 minutes after, 30, and then an hour, and then 2 hours. And it'll track it because this automatically collects data every 15 minutes. But you can also take the readings intermittently the way that you want to. So you'll be able to get the data either way. But what's nice about this is the app allows you to take a reading and then put a note that says, this is when I started eating. This is 15 minutes post-meal, 20 minutes post-meal, an hour post-meal, 2 hours post-meal. And it will give you all that information. In that app, you can record all this information, and also on the website, you can download your data and it will give you all that information. So you can track and look at your response to every meal.
Okay, good. So without further ado, can we apply this thing?
Let's do it. So we're going to unscrew the applicator. Just unscrew it. That's the That's the sensor right there.
Oh. This is the applicator. This is a new thing now, right?
So this is the sensor right there. That's what the sensor kind of looks
Yeah,
like.
okay. So, there we go. Look at that. I did it without hurting myself.
Yep.
Okay, so this is now garbage, this top thing?
Yeah, that's we don't need that anymore.
Okay, so I will make a little garbage box. It's all recyclable, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, then what do I do with this
So
thing
what we're gonna
now?
do is put this in here.
Oh,
So we're gonna put this in here. The notches line up with the notches that are in the little thing here, and you push down.
okay, let me just find my notches here. Oh, I see, the notches on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have two notches. Two notches.
Yeah, they should line up.
I see. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. Actually, there's one big notch. I think I did it. Look at that. I did it.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, now pull it out.
Pull. Oh, and then the whole thing
There you
comes
go.
out.
You can see the sensor's got a little. It's got a little sensor in there. It's like a little needle. but
Oh, it's a
not
little needle. Yeah.
really- It looks like a little needle.
Is this going to hurt? Do I
This is not going to hurt.
do I get a
promise.
lollipop if I don't cry?
I'll give you a bourbon if you
A bourbon.
instead.
Even better. How about a bourbon lollipop?
There you go. Give a bourbon.
Okay.
lollipop.
Very good.
So it's got a
Okay.
little bit of needle in
Okay.
that, but it's not going to hurt. So what we're going to do is, some people put it in their stomach. I like putting it kind of on the outside right here.
Okay.
The thing.
So kind of the rear of your tricep.
Yeah, like the rear tricep right here, where it doesn't get out of the, kind of gets out of the way.
Yeah.
So I am going to just push it in like that and pull out.
Oh, wow.
And there it is.
Okay.
That right there like that.
Very good. Very good. Well, here we are, live. This is more exciting than anything you'll ever see on YouTube. Okay. I used to have biceps.
Check it out. Look at the...
What do you think? Like this here? My shirt is not in the way. Right
Perfect.
up there?
Yeah, that's
And
good.
just smack it.
Yep.
Did they go?
Yeah,
It's there.
you're in there.
Oh, good. Now what do I do? Let's see.
Check it out.
Oh, there it is.
Look.
There it is.
We're glucose monitor buddies.
There it is, huh? Is this going to be condemned by the Legion of Decency? Remember the old Legion of Decency? You know, we're showing some skin. I remember when we went out to the theaters, my mother used to read the Legion of Decency. I remember C was condemned, Blow Up was condemned, and then you had the whole family, adults only, adults with reservations. I wonder how you made those reservations, but I remember. And I think if it was condemned, they got extra box office. All right, so what do I do now with that thing?
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Perfect.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do, this stays. What I've noticed when I've used these things, they stay for about 10 or 11 days, and then they start getting the adhesive kind of starts wearing off. Those, what you can get are these patches, these adhesive patches, actually off Amazon.
Patches. I have the perfect audio clip for that by Clarence Carter. No.
Excellent. Let's play it.
Yes, yeah. It's another app.
Yeah,
All right, so do I get
these-
one of those patches? You got an extra one for
you
me?
do.
Oh,
There's
look
one
at
for
that.
you,
Okay.
and then but they come in like a pack of so many. So.
And I see you have this kind of half-ass perforated blue strip here. You separate it, and then you pull off the thing, and then you just
Yeah,
stick
so
it.
what this is you're going to pull off the middle right here. So in the back, you
Yeah.
can see that there's like a
Yeah.
adhesive right here. So what we're going to do is pull that part off first, the middle part.
The middle part. Hold on here.
It's got a little disc on it that kind of tells you exactly where you need to go to put that on the glucose monitor.
Okay.
So that kind of helps if you have a mirror.
Okay.
So I don't know where this is again, so I'm going to have to look in here. Helps if you have a mirror, but you can kind of feel
Yeah,
it.
well, you stand up. You stand up in front of your mirror. And, you know, I am at advantage because I have a photo, I have a picture, so I can see where it is.
Oh, well,
Yeah. You
it
good?
looks pretty close.
Yeah, you're good.
Feels pretty close.
You're good. You're
So we're going
good.
to put that, that's the first stage. We'll just put it on there like that.
Okay. So do I put it on?
Since you pulled the middle part off. No. Don't pull that one off yet.
Don't put that one off. Okay, so what do I do?
Put it, fold it back over.
Fold it back over.
Then flip the thing over. And then we're going to pull off the back part. This one right here.
Oh, the back part.
Pull that
the
back
back
part
part. Okay.
Yeah. Pull that
Ah, the back
there we
part.
go.
The back part. Okay. So here we go. Hold on, everything. Oh. You know, this reminds me of a story. I'll take a break here. Okay, when you hit 65, Matt, what do you get when you hit 65? Medicare. And when you hit 70, what do you get? And you have to take it or you lose it. What do you get? Social Security. And
Yes.
at 71, what do you get? Osteoarthritis in all your joints, especially your shoulders.
Just in time.
Okay, just in time. I met you just in time. Okay, so just try to put that little, how am I doing here? Is that about right?
Almost like right there.
Okay, good. Okay,
All right.
very good.
So now we're going to do the next step is we're going to pull off these little other yellow end tabs right here, like so.
Okay.
There. Fold that over and pull this over.
Do I need to secure it a little bit more?
So it'll be secure. So we're going to kind of secure it right down like this. Then you pull the blue tab. Pull the blues off.
Pull the blues off.
Pull the blues off. So pull that off.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's right. So pull that off like that.
Okay, go ahead, just continue.
This.
Okay, oh, and then there's another blue tag.
And there's another blue tab right here.
That doesn't
This
seem
one
so
wire.
bad.
And then make sure that it is adhered to the skin.
Yeah.
And this actually lasts. This sticks really, really well. You can wear it through showers. You can wear it through all kinds of stuff. So,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take mine off here. Where's mine here? There. That one's off.
Okay. So it's on there. Do I need to pat it against my skin to make sure the sensors are secure, or is that not necessary?
Nope. It should be secure right there.
Okay. Very
Perfect.
good.
Actually, it looks really good. That's it. I'm going to take this off, mine off. And sometimes it's a little awkward because I've done this many times. So
Well, if you're standing in front of your sink with the mirror in front of you, it's
it's a lot easier.
going to be easier.
Okay.
And
how's that look?
It looks good. It looks together.
Perfect.
It looks together. So first things first, I've got the box. I've got these receptacles. Is this all recyclable or garbage?
Nope, it's all recyclable.
It's all
All
recyclable.
recyclable.
Okay, so we'll just put this in here. How about these little strips? Are they recyclable too? Do we think?
I don't think those are recyclable. Those might be
Okay.
trash.
So we got trash over there. We'll just stick these over here, consolidate them out of the way. So, okay, so I am very excited. I have yet another wearable. My first wearable was my Oura ring. My second wearable is my freestyle Libre 2. So let's just,
Let's activate it first.
okay.
Go into activate the app. So
Oh, yeah, because you can do that on your phone. I can do it on my phone because we're recording on my phone.
That's right. So when you download the Libre 2 app, they have it on Apple. It'll kind of walk you through how to put the sensor on, which we just done.
Libre, Libre 2,
Libre 2.
numerical.
Dos.
Yeah.
The Libre Dos.
Not spelled out, not TWO 2.
Not to be confused with
Yes.
two.
Okay.
But then you can scan a new sensor, and then what it'll do is it'll give you like a little screen like this to.
Oh, did you scan your
the new
sensor yet?
sensor.
Did you scan it?
I'm gonna scan it right now. Boom.
Boom.
Says scan complete. Says do not take high doses of vitamin C because it may give you bad readings.
Let me ask you a question.
And then it says scan. The sensor is going to be ready in 60 minutes.
Oh, good, good. So let me ask you a question on that vitamin C thing. I have a tendency to eat a half a dozen mandarins and oranges a day. I like oranges. I eat a lot of them. That's going to be a lot of vitamin C. Are they saying don't take vitamin C in supplement form, or don't eat food with a lot of vitamin C?
Well, either. But here's the thing about vitamin C. Your body can only absorb 500 milligrams of vitamin C per day anyway. So the mega doses don't do anything for you. You literally urinate them out.
So how many milligrams of vitamin C might an orange or a mandarin have?
I'd have to look that up. I don't know exactly.
What's your guess? Take a guess.
I'm going to guess 25 to 30 milligrams of vitamin C. Should we look it up? I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Why not? Why not? Where are they going?
I know.
They're doing dishes. They're doing dishes. They're making linguine and clams.
So vitamin C, actually potatoes have vitamin C also.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 500 milligrams is the daily amount that the body can absorb. So people who take a lot of those mega doses, like the vitamin C or the emergency or those drinks for avoiding getting cold and stuff, it doesn't. You urinate most of it out.
Okay.
Anyway.
So my question to you is, can I eat a mandarin or orange or two during the course of the day with this?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
So it says a medium-sized orange has about 70 milligrams to 90 milligrams.
Okay.
So 70 to 90 milligrams. So you're good. You're in the safe zone unless you're eating like 10 to 20 oranges.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, so without further ado, let's give our audience a summary of what they can expect to see on the Libre 2 dashboard.
The Libre 2 dashboard is nice because it will give you, let me see if I can show it to you really quick. After this is what the dashboard kind of looks like. It tells you, sort of gives you a little graph of where your glucose has been.
Let's get it a little
window.
closer. A little closer. That works. That works. Okay. So go ahead and just give us the typical the values on there. What are the measurements that it's taking?
So an arbitrary, they give you these, you can customize the window, and it has alarms on it that will tell you whether you're too high or whether you're too low. The window that they give you on this is about 50 or 60 milligrams per deciliter up to about 175 milligrams per deciliter. And that's the green window that they have in there.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you fall outside that window, it's going to give you alarm. It's going to send you some sort of alarm that your blood sugar is too high or it's too low. Now, you can set it where the only time you can get pinged is if you are way, way, way too low. You can reset ways around this alarm thing. Is one, just to turn them off. But in order for this to work, it needs one critical alarm, and that is if you are understandably, way, way, way too low in blood sugar.
Does it have an indicator where you can look at a narrative and it gives you suggestions on things you can eat or drink right away to get your blood sugar up?
This does not give you any recommendations on that stuff. And this is where the app that I'm developing kind of comes in handy, is it starts giving you instantaneous recommendations on what needs to happen in terms of your diet.
Which app was that?
It's an app that I'm developing right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, that sounds useful.
Some of the other things they have is like a daily pattern. So it'll tell you sort of what your patterns are based on the time of day and how you're responding to foods. So this can track like when you're eating and give you sort of like fluctuations.
Now, is the main measurement on that the A1C? Is that the main measurement?
On this is glucose.
Yeah. Glucose.
Blood glucose levels.
Blood glucose. And what's an acceptable level?
In mg per deciliter, it's from a fasting, you want to be anywhere between like 80, 90, even 100 is okay.
Okay.
And then when you eat a meal, ideally what you want is to stay I try to stay under 150 is really what I'm trying to do. And then you want to track, and this is the key here, how fast your glucose is coming down. So sometimes it just stays up there, and sometimes it'll just come up and it'll come straight down. depending on how well you respond.
Now, is it not true that if you make it a habit of walking 15 or 20 minutes after you eat, your blood glucose is going to come down 20 to 30%? Is that an accurate statement?
Well, it depends on who you are and how your body's responding, because how your body responds depends on the time of day, it depends on your microbiome, it depends on a lot of factors. So we'll keeping track of when you're eating, how much you're eating, and how fast you're recovering from that glucose spike is a good indication of your metabolism and how it's responding.
Okay, now I'm going to think that I'm not that unusual in that I don't want my first option to be medication to solve a problem. I want to see if I can do it through data collection and behavior modification. So how reasonable is my decision to have wearable tech to be able to monitor my blood glucose on demand, real time, versus just not having that visibility and just depending upon my doctor's recommendations?
Well, I think data is really powerful, and I think you've alluded to this a little bit before in some of our in our meetings and vlogs. And when I work with clients, it's the same thing. There's something objective about data. Data tells us the story of what's really happening because it may be very different than the way we think it's actually happening. And data is really nice because it gives us an index of the thing that's actually happening, being captured in real time. And so when we have that data in real time, we can adjust things on the fly, as opposed to like when we get data every month or every 6 months or every year. Having it daily allows us to change things on the fly so that we aren't caught by surprise 6 months or a year down the road.
Yeah. It's kind of like having your own drone checking out a battlefield, your real-time surveillance.
That's a great analogy. That's exactly what it is.
Very good. So if our audience is interested in accessing your website, contacting you, talking about their situation, having a consultation regarding them being able to proactively engage with their data on a real-time, on-demand basis, where do they contact you?
I do offer free consultations. You can reach me at www.thenutritioniq.com or mtryon@thenutritioniq.com.
Very good. Well, I'm very excited about this. And just in conclusion, just putting a number on it, I'm going to guess that by being aware of my blood glucose and understanding what I eat, what I drink, and how active or inactive I am, I'm thinking through behavior modification and awareness, I could probably affect my blood glucose levels to the good 20% easily. What do you think?
Probably even better.
Oh, yeah? What do you think the range is?
Of doing
the improvement.
The range of improvement?
Yeah.
Oh,
20%, 25, 30.
From a data standpoint, it depends on what we're measuring. But sure, like 25, 30, 40%. I'm sure that, following and tracking data is the hallmark of being able to, behavioral change, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm excited because I have always been averse to taking medication, and if being aware and modifying my behavior is going to get me there, I prefer it. So, Dr. Matt, thank you very much for imparting all this information and helping me put on my freestyle Libre 2 continuous blood glucose monitor without severely injuring myself. I appreciate that.
It didn't hurt, right? It didn't hurt at all.
No. It definitely has got to be better than a daily pinprick.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And at some point in time in the very near future, after I get accustomed to the dashboard and the readings, Dr. Matt and I will discuss what the dashboard does and what my awareness and behavior modification are doing as far as positively affecting my blood glucose levels. So thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on the next page. Bye for now.